For those of you that just love Gavin Newsom, he just granted immigrants all free health care, which
who's paying for that?
Everyone should be taken care of. I have nothing against immigrants. My family they're all immigrants, but they've got their papers and they did it the right way. Sorry. But who's paying all those taxes? We are.
We are.
We are.
I mean, I'm telling you, and this is, to go in this topic of, not only did he pass something for immigrants to get free health care, he also passed that we can increase rents. It went from 10% to 5%.
Okay. I'm going to need you to say that one more time. So now, before you could increase rents 10% a year.
Uh-huh. Now it's 5% plus inflation, supposedly, right? But legally, you can only increase the rent 5%. But also, and I read this, and I just can't. You cannot evict someone if they have family problems.
Wow. Guys.
So welcome to the state of California. If you're listening to it here in Cali, before you're thinking about wanting to be a landlord, go through this process. Because trust me, California is going to own a lot of these renters or rentals because they're making California's making it so difficult
to own a home here.
To be an investor and have a home that you rent out.
Because it's considered to be the most desired state. It's so funny you mention that because we have
I want to pull this up. Go ahead.
Yeah, we have a seller appointment on literally tomorrow with one of the agents on the team. His name is Jonathan.
Yeah.
He called me and he asked me, hey, man, for our appointment tomorrow, my seller is asking me, she rents out a room to a church friend for $500 a month.
It's a tenant.
She never put an agreement in place. Hear this out. What should she do? And the advice that I had to give Jonathan to give our seller is, hey, listen, you want to sell the property? We need to do our best to stay on the tenant's good side. Because as soon as we piss them off the slightest, they can park their butt in your home and there's nothing we can do about it. And it's probably going to cost you a lot more money. Because, she wanted to go through the process of putting an agreement in place and getting them out in 60 days. I was like, hey, listen, let them stay there. Let them pay $500 a month, and if they're paying, and let's even help them with the relocation fees. Because if they get upset, it'll be really hard to sell your house. And that's all because of California's laws.
Yeah.
What were you pulling up?
I'm pulling this up right now. This is a trip. So, it says this is just one of the things because I have a couple different ones here. This Assembly Bill 12 limits the amount landlords can charge for a security deposit to just 1 month's rent instead of 2. So if you have shitty-ass credit, I can't charge you 2 months. I can't charge you an increased deposit.
Yeah, because you would do first month, last month, and then security deposit.
Yeah, the first month, last month is your security, right?
Okay.
And then your first month, or however you want to structure it. But so they limit it to you for 1 month deposit now. Okay. Now the second thing, this is interesting. It says starting April 1st, Senate Bill 567 will impact landlords who make tenants move out so they can move into the home. So you have a house that you own. This is going to get impacted. You cannot evict that tenant to go move back into your house. It will require the property owners of their family members to move into the property within 90 days and live there for at least 12 months. So
in order to evict your own tenants,
dude,
you need to say that you're going to move in there within 90 days and be there for a year?
Yes. And if you cannot obviously show it, then that's going to be another problem. So, and this is the other thing that I just pulled up as well. And you guys need to go through this because this is absolutely insane. The tenant law now, if you have family problems, you cannot evict a tenant if they have family problems. You got to give them 90 days, not even 60 days anymore. It doesn't even matter if they're 1-year contracts. If they've been there for 3 months, you can't evict them in 30 days. You know, and I hate putting this information out there, but anyone that's listening, you know, some of you might be tenants, so cool. I just gave you some free information. But most of the people that are listening are probably landlords or wanting to be landlords. So really discuss things before you go and buy a property to say that you own a rental, okay? And you know what I've been doing? And I'll say it. Like, if you're going to utilize and you're going to be a landlord, the best format, the best scenario for you is to rent to Section 8. Because guess what? The government will pay your rent for you. And the other thing, anybody that is using vouchers, anyone, guess what they're going to do? They're going to, literally that voucher is the holy grail for their life. You know why? Because the minute that voucher gets suspended or revoked based upon the condition that you leave one of the properties or the shitty person that you are and you fuck up a house, your voucher's gone.
This is for those of you that are on Section 8.
Yes. The minute that voucher's gone, how are they going to live? So this is this new thing in the next 2-3 years. They just, Section 8 just added $115 million worth of funding just for Section 8 vouchers. And I don't have that article, but if you could look for that, Bobby, that'd be great. And check this out. And I saw it. I'm like, dude, this is good. And I lost it, you know, somewhere. But if you're going to go do this process of, you know, keep it last, right? Flip it first, create the profits, then you go buy the property. When you go buy the property, make sure it's in a Section 8, state, meaning that you're going to be able to rent it out to, in essence, someone that has a voucher and the government's going to pay. Not all of it. It's about, 20% that they have to come up with, but $300, $400, $500. I have some tenants now. Full transparency, any property that I end up that ends up leaving will be a Section 8 tenant. There's a, you know why? There is a waiting list of people.
Your ROI seems higher too.
100%. And why are we buying properties for? To house people, right? To help them create their home ownership. Not even home ownership. Just be able to have a house that they can call their own. And to increase your profits or increase your cash flow, right? Because why else are you doing it? Why else? Depreciation, appreciation, sure, all that stuff. I can get into that, leveraging the asset, et cetera, et cetera. But now with these laws, cool, that's fine. But a lot of these tenants are going to understand this. And some of these tenants are going to be in properties for 6 months, 8 months, and it's not even COVID. In COVID, you were there for a year without making a payment. Yeah, I had some people that way.
That sucked.
Yeah, so with those, with all these, what do you call it, new laws, buckle up, guys, for sure.
Especially if you're in the industry to be an investor. Or hold doors, whatever you want to call it.
It is not freaking cool, dude.